All right, POA students, welcome to class. We are going to spend a little bit of time thinking, I hope really deeply, about some of these graphs and what the shape of the graph implies about how Terrence's skateboard is moving. And so when you're working through this, you have to do more than just fill in the letter that I'm going to write. You have to listen really closely to the reasoning that I give. That's going to be the part that you need to learn how to do. So we're trying to associate words like steepness with the rate. We're trying to associate the direction, positive or negative, of the graph with whether or not Terrence is skating towards or away from the motion detector. And so listen to the reasoning really closely. We're just going to work through number one, and then your job is going to be to do the second problem here. All right, let's get to it. It says, for each description of the skateboarder's motion, write the letter of the corresponding graph. Terrence started at 2 feet and skated quickly away from the motion detector. Terrence started 2 feet away and skated slowly away from the motion detector. I'm just reading through all of them first. Terrence started at 5 feet and skated away quickly from the motion detector. Terrence started at 2 feet and paused to catch his breath. Terrence started at 5 feet and skated slowly away from the motion detector. Okay, so what that information is telling me is it's giving me some different information. I'm going to notice a couple of things here. In A and B, Terrence starts at 2 feet from the motion detector. C has him starting at 5, and D has him starting at 2, and E has him starting at 5. So what I'm noticing is that there are 2 starting points over here on my graph, and so they have to be 2 and 5. So I'm going to go ahead and label that in. Since 2 is smaller than 5, I think this must be 2 feet, and this must be 5 feet. And I'm looking for the starting point over there on the left side, because if you remember yesterday when we were looking, no matter where you put Terrence to start, that's where it popped up on the y-axis over there. So I have 5 feet and 2 feet, which kind of makes sense. There's 3 at the 2 feet, so I need to distinguish those, and then there's 2 at the 5 feet. Let's start with the 5 feet ones, because those are a little bit nicer to look at here. We'll get some more colors to highlight. So Terrence started at 5 feet and skated quickly away. And Terrence started at 5 feet and skated slowly away. So if I remember yesterday, the important thing that we noticed was that the quicker Terrence moved, the steeper was his graph. So if he's moving quickly, that means his graph has to be steeper. And so A is steeper than B, and so B is the one that's going more slowly. And so I'm going to put A here for the quick one and B here for the slow one. And I'll do a little bit more highlighting to make the picture complete here. I used red. Okay, so that tells me right away, if I'm thinking about this second set here at 2 feet, that C is going to be the fastest one because it is the steepest one. So steepness means quickness. So the steeper it is, the faster Terrence is moving. So I'm going to look through my answers over here and try to find where it says that he's skating quickly away. And I'm scanning here. A says quickly, B says slowly, and C says he pauses. Okay, so that means that line C is the one that's moving quickly away. Now, D and E, if I'm looking over here, D is a little bit steeper than E. E is totally flat. It's a flat, straight line. And this was Majid's big point yesterday. If it's a flat, straight line, that means he has paused. So E has to be where he's paused. So I'll highlight that like that. And then I have D is the one where he's skating slowly away. And the reason I know that's slow is that it's not as fast as C because it's not as steep as C, and it's not stopped like E. And so D must be the slow one. All right, so try to think about that reasoning. Steepness is quickness. All of these show that he's moving away from the motion detector because they're all increasing. The distance is going up as time goes by. And so when you think about the next one, you might notice that they're all skating towards the motion detector because as time goes by, they get closer to the motion detector. The distance from the motion detector decreases. So you have to think about that. It's your turn now to try number 2. And when you get done with number 2, go ahead and try 4, 5, 6, 7. you don't have to worry about 3 here, but do finish out the page. And when you're finished with the page, there's a QR code on the board for you to scan. When you've scanned that QR code, it'll show you a key and you can check your work. All right, thanks for following along.